Alright, so let's talk about data source and how to configure. Let's just start about host because this will be the most important in all of those. This will be the data source name. Don't need to be the host name. The host name will be here, but I will use the same. Let's suppose that we want to monitor our prod 01 server. And the application that we run here is Apache, and the host name is same, the family is Linux, and the environment I will use just default. The OS name is Linux, and I will use UTC time zone, but you can choose any other one. That way we configure a data source with the information of this host. So you can click on finish, but I will continue looking at the other data source. Now looking at the file path that I have created the prod 01 server, and I want to get the Apache log. So I'll use select here as Apache, and this is just the name. And here we can use again Apache and the host that we already created. If you arrive here without creating a host, you can click here and add the same way. We'll just choose someone here on the list to an example. And the path, let's suppose that the logs of the Apache will be on var log, just for an example, okay? Here we have a host that we already created, and we have a data source configured to this file path on this host to this application, and this is the name. If we want to monitor a database, suppose that our prod 01 server has an Apache and a MySQL. The application will be MySQL, and the host will be the same that we have created, and we also can add the host from here. But let's just get some hosts here on the list, and we already have some vendors here. I will use just MySQL, and the version we can set or not. And to configure the URL, we can use the port, database, and instance name, or we can use the JDBC URL. As we already have the host information, we just need to provide the port. We already know MySQL use 3306, and database name, let's use just MySQL and MySQL, and that way we can configure a database data source. Now let's talk about URIs. So we have created our Apache and our MySQL. Let's create a URI to check this endpoint. So Apache again, and the application is Apache, and the host, I will select this one, but you also can create the host here, and we can configure from the URL or using these informations. So the scheme, let's use HTTPS, the port 443, the path name, let's use default path name, and we also can carry for something here, but I'll not do it. And again, as we already have the host information here, it will be used to complete it just like that. https://10.0.024.443 that way. Okay. We can click here on finish, but I will not do it as this is just an example. And if you want to know more about data sources, you can go to docs.germainux.com and search for data sources. And here you'll find more information. If this content was helpful for you, please like this video and subscribe in the channel.